Welcome to session 2 of your science revision plan. Today we're looking at the atomic structure and periodic table, and you've got 5 activities to do. The first one, you need to draw and fully label an atom of lithium, potassium, fluorine and chlorine. Now you should be used to drawing circles showing the electron configuration, but don't forget about labeling the nucleus as well. So we need to know what do we find in the nucleus, as well as the electrons spinning around in the outer shells. Second activity, you need to draw the table of the mass and charges of protons, electrons and neutrons. So just a quick table looking at protons, electrons and neutrons, and we need to know the mass and the charge of each subatomic particle. And then the third activity is to explain why potassium is more reactive than lithium. And you've got some keywords to use, which is size, electron shielding and attraction. You might want to use your diagrams from the first activity to help you with that. Likewise, with activity 4, you'll need to use those diagrams again, because you're going to explain why fluorine is more reactive than chlorine. You also need to use the same keywords, which are size, electron shielding and attraction. And then the fifth activity is to describe how our understanding of the structure of the atom has changed since Dalton's billiard ball model of the atom all the way up to the Chadwick's model. So don't forget, Dalton with his billiard ball model, you're going to be talking about the plum pudding model and then the nuclear model, and like I said, finishing with James Chadwick's work. You need to complete that work in your red chemistry books, and you need to bring it to your next science lesson where your science teacher will be checking. Okay, so question 6, you're going to compare an element with a compound and a mixture. You're also going to give an example of each one. So your keywords here are atoms, bonding, fixed proportions. And question 7, I'd like you to describe the 5 separation techniques and talk about when you'd use each one. So your main techniques are chromatography, filtration, evaporation, crystallization and distillation. So how would you use them? Give an example. And then finally for this session, question number 8, you're going to describe why Mendeleev's periodic table was accepted very quickly. Your keywords here are atomic weight, properties and gaps.
The final set of questions, right? So question number 7 is describe an isotope with an example. So I just want a quick definition of what an isotope is, but then what I want you to do is I want you to draw out an isotope with the electrons on it, right? And then also show what is actually in the nucleus and do those as separate circles for protons and neutrons. Lithium's a good one of using. Question number 8, explain the properties of group 0 elements. So what I want to know is I want to know what their properties are, okay, and maybe do 2 or 3 different properties and then give a reason why they have those properties. Question number 9, investigate the different solubilities of 4 types of ink and describe how you would calculate the RF value. I could have written the word chromatography in the keywords, and I should have done really, right, but you need to then describe to me exactly how you would do the chromatography and then how you calculate the RF value at the end.